Simple question for you. What is a climbing gym? Is it the colorful holds adorning peanut-pocked walls, the chalk-filled air, the deep cushions covering the floor, strangers becoming friends over exchanged beta? But what if a climbing gym isn't a climbing gym? I recently had the wonderful opportunity to talk with Mark, the owner of a brand new but not yet open climbing gym in the Kansas City area, and he gave me a peek into the strange void between climbing gym and not climbing gym. It's probably not a surprise. I'm a big nerd about climbing, and I assume that you are at least somewhat of a nerd about climbing if you're watching this video. So I want to take you with me to see something that not many climbers get to see. What does an empty climbing gym look like? What's a wall without holds, air without chalk, floors without mats, and a space without strangers? But first, I tackle the most important question when it comes to a climbing gym. Shirt policy. I'll be able to take them all off, right?
It's up to you.
Hey, all right. I wasn't expecting that. And for the record, I will not be taking off my shirt. This.
Maybe preferred that way, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Why a climbing gym?
So I decided a climbing gym, and specifically a bouldering gym, just because I love the camaraderie of the climbing community.
Yeah.
There are some other great gyms in Kansas City, and I think we can become one of them also. But I love the atmosphere around every climbing gym, where I've met so many people through climbing. When you climb a route and then you get down and you're resting and you meet the stranger next to you and they become a friend.
Yep.
I just see that happening in gyms all over. We have a lot of places where new and first-time climbers could come in and find routes that they could be successful on. But I just think there's so many benefits to climbing, whether it be like the physical benefits, the mental benefits, social. There's just so many great things about the climbing community that I want to add to it.
Tell me a little bit about how your vision is for this thing to be sort of set out. I notice we have this big island here, we have a smaller island there, we have an empty space over there. Like, how do you kind of envision this a little bit?
So the walls are all done. So the climbing walls, minus the padding, which will come in here.
Padding's good.
We will need padding. That's coming in next week. The areas up front here that I'm really excited about are, we're going to have a full-scale coffee shop operating in here. So you'll be able to come in and get a great latte, espresso, Americano, whatever it is you need. But then there's also going to be a lot of seating that I think climbing naturally brings people together. I think coffee does too. So we're gonna have a lot of places where people can connect, not just climbing, but outside of climbing. We'll have some different games. We'll have a bumper pool table up there, foosball.
Yeah, I noticed there's a foosball table over there. So after this gets recording, I might have to lose very handily to you in a round or two.
Yeah, I do like me some foosball.
I hope you like playing against people who suck at foosball.
I do like winning.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. This is a match made in heaven. So, which way am I going? Oh yeah, probably not to my goalie. No! I told you, world record holder here in speedrunning a loss in foosball. My family is very proud of me, yes. Well, I never claimed to be good at foosball, but I am good at being curious about what's in here.
So some of these boxes are kind of fun. There's a lot of that are less fun. Some of the plumbing, toilets, and things. You might like what's in here. Let's take a peek and see what we got.
Okay, so I super nerded out with this box of holds. To me, there's something magical about holding this bag of climbing holds. Like, here's a climbing hold, a thing whose sole purpose is to be touched, but it's not yet touched. It's like I'm existing in a secret place between worlds, a place where I both am and am not, where things make sense only because they couldn't possibly make any less sense. A threshold, a margin, a fringe where I'm simultaneously validated and dismissed, both alive and dead. Also, the hold names are really funny. And they get funnier. I checked out the manufacturer's website after seeing some of these names. Check these out. We've got a sand dollar roof jug. That's not too bad. a cons sloper with either a very tiny brush for size comparison or a normal size brush to show how big these are. I'm guessing it's the latter. We've got disposable heroes, offset rail loaves, batwing ledges. All of these would make amazing band names, I've got to say. But it makes sense. As climbers, generally, we think in terms of hold group. We've got pinchers, we've got slopers, we've got pockets, that sort of thing. But when you're a climbing gym and you're ordering climbing holds, you need a bit more specificity from the manufacturer. And that specificity is what leads us to Dimple Dot Sloper Catch Jugs. Oh, look at this. Can I pick one up? Those are heavy. Oh my, yeah. I guess I've never held a climbing hold like on its own. Wow, those are beefy. That is awesome.
Yep.
That's really cool. I'm such a nerd when it comes to like, I don't know, I like you never get to see like the not yet open climbing gym and all these new holds. This is just so cool.
Yeah, we're happy to pull back the curtain. We ordered holds from 5 or 6 different manufacturers that each have kind of their own style and way of creating and designing different styles of holds, different sizes. That I think we have a huge variety that will make our route setters very, very happy.
Then, when Mark was busy talking to Josh, when he least expected it, I snuck in a few long, passionate gropes with this fresh wall. It was nice. It was real nice. Yep. Now you can't imagine how hard it was for me to not rip down some of this plastic and touch the wall. A fresh texture untouched by shoe rubber and hand chalk. It was so tempting in a call of the void kind of way, in that there's no logical reason why I should want to touch this untouched wall so much, but I did. There was this yearning I had to control. I guess I'm just in love with this rare bouldering liminal space, this space between where the wall is now, which is just a wall with texture and many holes, and where the wall is going, that being chalked up and beaten down by hundreds of climbers all sending projects. I'm a weirdo, okay, I'm okay with that. My only regret is that I didn't plant a big chalky handprint on the clean wall when Mark wasn't looking. Or did I, Mark? Is there a handprint somewhere that I hid? There's not. But I wish there was. In hindsight, I missed an opportunity. Thank you all for coming with me on this rare treat of a tour through this not quite yet climbing gym. Tell me in the comments below, would you have snuck a chalky handprint on the wall? Come on, be honest. Be honest. And many, many thanks to Mark for letting me get photographic evidence that his climbing gym will in fact have toilets. You can't go back on that implied promise, Mark, okay? You've got to have toilets. Sorry if I'm being harsh. You gotta have toilets. But seriously though, thank you so much, Mark, for giving me time during this period in your life where you are certainly busy enough to have said no when you were asked about taking part in this video project. And for anyone interested, Rendezvous Climbing Gym's website is linked below. If you are in the Kansas City area or planning to be, please check out the gym. And you know what? Feel free to connect with me if you do visit. Maybe we can climb together. Maybe we can start as strangers and become friends. All thanks to Rendezvous Climbing Gym.